Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. I am coming your way with even more fragrance content. I received a lot of great video requests following my fragrance collection video, so thank you so much for sending those over. I am going to be sharing my favorite princess perfumes. I'm in the process of doing the big declutter. You can see I have a blank space right here. I started the process. The goal I set for myself was to get rid of 50 fragrances. I currently have a little over 300 full-size bottles, and I think so far I've only pulled out maybe 20. So that video is going to take a little bit more work. And because I'm planning to share my bottom 50, I'm also going to bring you my top 50 fragrances from my collection and my favorite spring fragrances. All of that is coming soon. As much as I am looking forward to continuing to curate my collection, much needed, I am always excited to get my nose on something new. So today I am sharing a good old-fashioned haul, unboxing, and first impressions video. Starting with the latest launch from Maison Crivelli. This is Tuberose Astral. I have seen so much buzz and excitement and hype surrounding the launch of this fragrance. It just launched a couple weeks ago on the Twisted Lily website. And usually when there's a fragrance like this that a lot of people are talking about before it launches, I do my very best to avoid seeing any reviews because I just don't want to cloud my own judgment. I don't want other people's opinions to sway mine, even subconsciously. I could not avoid reviews of this fragrance. People say this is one of their favorite fragrances. It's really strong. It has incredible projection, and it's supposed to be an incredible tuberose fragrance. I love tuberose, so my hopes and expectations are through the roof, and I'm gonna do my best to kind of bring them down to earth. You have to use your imagination, but just listen to this description on the back of the box. Twinkling night, fruity star, telescope, cinnamon constellation, powdery comet, a milky astral tuberose, vanilla silhouette, peachy soft skin, meteor shadow, leather nebula, a musky galaxy. So we have fruity, powdery, and milky notes, vanilla, cinnamon, peach, tuberose, and musk. Based on the notes alone, I'm incredibly excited for this fragrance. I love anything that's peachy, vanilla, cinnamon, tuberose, musk. I feel like this might be a top favorite. I don't know. Let's see. Wow, that is beautiful. Okay, it's incredible. Ooh, and it's changing really quickly. When you first smell the fragrance, I need to spray this again. At first, it is very fruity, a little bit sweet, peachy, and then you get tuberose, like very creamy white floral. But then almost instantly, that dissipates. And it gets really musky, a little bit milky. I'm sort of searching for the cinnamon. I might need to wait for it. This is one that I feel like I have to try on the skin. Milky, musky. I don't typically love lactonic fragrances. I love vanilla, I love creamy, but I don't necessarily love milky. This is giving milky, but actually in a really nice, pleasant way. And the tuberose that's left lingering is really beautiful. I think this is an interesting floral fragrance. This could be maybe a date night floral. It's unique, it's a standout, and I think I just need to wear it on my skin to know whether or not this is going to be a top favorite. I know I really like it, but it's giving me trust issues because it changed so quickly on the blotter card. I'm so tempted. I think at the end of the video, I'm just gonna spritz this all over and wear it as my fragrance of the day. I can't wait. It smells so good in this room already because of the Tuberose Astral. I swear the fragrance changed again. And now I'm picking up on the peach and the cinnamon, and it's sort of a creamy vanilla peachy cinnamon. It smells so good in here. I cannot wait to wear that fragrance. But I do have more to unbox. These are two of the new launches from Soradora, another one of my favorite niche fragrance brands. This is Jani and Malo. I believe these both launched towards the end of 2023, and I've heard so many great things about both of these. They both sound like my type of fragrance, so I'm gonna start with Malo. I really like the updated bottle. It looks very different from my other two Soradora fragrances. It has the marble cap with the pink SD on top, and then it has pink writing. It says Malo, and then Soradora on the back. So this one has keynotes of raspberry, vanilla sugar, pink pepper, heliotrope, orange blossom, almond, Violet, Black Musk, and Amber. Mandoral and Orchidee Rouge are the two Sur d'Or fragrances that I love, and Mandoral in particular definitely has an almond note, which I think is usually very pretty. I always love an almond fragrance. So let's see. Ooh. Raspberry sweetness. Yeah, it's definitely a vanilla sugar, more so than creamy vanilla or a deep, dark, moody vanilla. This is like raspberry sorbet. Princess perfume personified right here. If this had to be a color, it would be cotton candy pink. It's very sweet, which I don't mind. I don't find it to be too sweet or cloying. And I think as it dries down, it's probably going to get a little bit softer. Very playful, youthful, definitely a fun spring-summer fragrance. I really want that almond, musk, and amber to really shine through. Once that initial burst, that raspberry zing kind of dies down, mellows down a little bit, what's left is incredibly happy, very pleasant. And it's the type of fragrance that I could see myself wearing on a regular basis. And this would be a very daytime appropriate fragrance, I think. It's beautiful and it's so much fun. I love a fragrance like this that is just joyful and happy and feminine, and it just sort of smells like a fairy princess. It doesn't take itself too seriously. I love it. And then we have Janny. This sounds really gourmand. Keynotes include baked apples, cinnamon sticks, caramel, almond, and vanilla. I've heard incredible reviews on this one as well. It sounds like it might be somewhat similar to Ojan from Parfum de Marly, or what's the other one? Angel Share from Kilian is also coming to mind. I guess based on the caramel, but let's see. Baked apple puff pastry. Ooh, very realistic apple pie. If you went to Bath & Body Works and you smelled the crisp apple pie candle, this is what you would smell. Oh, but maybe not so much. I'm getting a lot of the puff pastry. It's a little buttery. It's different. Very unique. I really like it. It's one of those smells that of course you're gonna like it. I mean, as long as you like apple pie, you're gonna love the smell of this. I'm just trying to think, do I want this in a perfume, or do I actually just want this to eat? Now I'm craving a slice of apple pie on a plate, heated up in the microwave, but I'm so thrown. It's not what you typically think of when you think of a fragrance. Maybe a body splash, a candle, home fragrance. Very gourmand, very delicious. But I don't know if it's maybe a little bit too gourmand. You know what I mean? You want to smell delicious and edible, but you don't want somebody to actually start nibbling on you. I mean, maybe you do, and this would be the perfect fragrance. Apple, caramel, the puff pastry, and butter. This one I might need to wear on my skin. I feel like I need to take this for a test drive because I'm just not used to thinking of smells like this in fragrance. I imagine if you worked in a bakery and you came home at the end of the day, this is what your clothes would smell like. So very nice, very pleasant. I kind of want to spritz this on my sheets, maybe spritz it on sweaters that I wear around the house. I definitely love it. It's very pleasant, very enjoyable. When I'm going out for a date night, if I'm getting dressed up and I'm thinking, okay, what fragrance am I going to wear for the night? This is not the type of fragrance that I think I'm going to grab first. But maybe for a cozy day in, I'm just not sure where it fits into my fragrance rotation. You know, where am I wearing a fragrance like this? At what occasion am I getting dressed up, about to leave the house, and I think, oh, Janny, that's the one that I need to grab. I'm not sure if I can really get excited about this right now for spring, summer because it's already so hot outside. I kind of think this would be a really great cool-ish weather. You know, when the weather first starts to cool down, the change of the leaves is just starting to happen. I think that's probably when this fragrance launched, so it would have been perfect. I maybe missed the boat for now, but this is one that I will definitely revisit. It's interesting. I'm not kidding you, the mailman just dropped this off at my door. I unboxed the package. I really wasn't expecting anything, and it was a fragrance. So it's kind of perfect timing. This is from Olfactive Studio, and this is called Iris Shot. On the back it says, Iris Shot reveals the very distinctive feature of the rhizome of this iconic perfumery flower. A flight of cardamom and aldehydes electrifies the iris note. Almond and carrot seed impart a mischievous delicateness. I am so curious. Almond, carrot seed, cardamom, and iris sound really intriguing. The aldehydes make me a little bit nervous because I'm just not typically a huge fan. I don't know a lot about Olfactive Studio, but I'm excited to try it out, and it feels like it was meant to be since this fragrance made it to me just in time for this video. So let's see. The bottle is not what I expected. It's beautiful. It comes with this really pretty leather case. I think that's real leather. It feels like real leather. I'm not sure. Here we go. Iris Shot. Ooh, the mister is nice. That's pretty. That is a really cool floral fragrance. The aldehydes are there, but they're not overpowering. I really like it. If you like powdery florals, you will love this. It's not overly powdery. It just smells elegant, sophisticated, very feminine, but a little bit serious, but in a cool way. I really hate the term quiet luxury, but I feel like this fragrance sort of embodies the vibe people are going for when they use that term. I love it. It's not the type of fragrance that's going to knock your socks off. Definitely not. Very different from all of the fragrances actually we've tried so far. But I feel like there's still a place in everybody's fragrance wardrobe for a scent like this. There are a couple other fragrances that I would put in the same category. This is a signature scent, a grab and go. You're not thinking too much. It just kind of goes with everything. More of like your casual everyday fragrance. It's one of those really versatile fragrances that you could wear at any time, any place. It doesn't have to be for a specific occasion. You could just wear this as your scent of the day every day. You smell fresh, you smell clean, very pleasant, not overpowering. The scent is not going to wear you, you are wearing the scent. Very working woman on the go, she's too busy for your nonsense type of fragrance. I really like it. Now I'm ready to kick things up a notch. This fragrance has been staring at me. I loved the original Cherry Punk. This is Cherry Punk Extrait de Parfum from Room 1015. This has been on my fragrance wish list ever since it was announced that they were coming out with this fragrance because I love the original so much. I love cherry fragrances. Cherry is still having its moments. And when I hear Extrait de Parfum, I just think this has got to be like the original, but maybe a bit more intense, which sounds right up my alley. Keynotes include cherry, saffron, Sichuan pepper, jasmine, mimosa, violet, black leather, tonka bean, and patchouli. So let's see, is this going to be my next cherry love? Wow. It's really nice. Initial spray is that I'm getting that intense cherry. It smells so good. Ooh, and then a lot of leather, which was true of the original. It was definitely a cherry leather fragrance. A very cool, chic, it girl type of fragrance. And see, this is very intensely leather. I would say the Extrait leans maybe a little bit more unisex. Cherry is still there, but it is almost overpowered a bit by the leather. I'm gonna have to wait maybe another day when I'm not trying so many fragrances. I'm gonna have to try them back to back and see which one I prefer. I don't know if you have to really choose favorites. You could probably wear them for different occasions or even wear them layered together. And you know, I really love leather as a fragrance note, but I need other things mixed in. It has to be a bit more complex than that. I also feel like this could be a really great base layer beneath something else. And I have so many great cherry fragrances that might layer really nicely with this. Not that I have to layer it. My mind is already sort of experimenting with different combinations. I feel like this might work really nicely with Tom Ford Lost Cherry. That could be an incredible cherry combination because that one has the cherry, the sweetness, the vanilla, the almond, and this one has the sensuality of the leather. It's very intense. It's very intense leather with a hint of cherry on top, but I think it's so beautiful. And I just feel inspired by it. I kind of want to play around with this fragrance, wear it on its own, but then wear it mixed with other things on top. And finally, I have 2 new designer fragrances here to talk about. These are not first impressions reviews. I have tried them before, but they are amazing, so we have to talk about them. This is the new Flower Bomb Tiger Lily from Viktor and Rolf, and I've left it in the box because the display is so pretty. When you open it up, it's just sitting in there with some tiger lilies, and I just thought that was so cute, so I had to share. Now, if you're like me, you don't get all that excited about flankers, but this one you should be excited about because it is amazing, maybe even better than the original. It has keynotes of coconut milk, bergamot, tiger lily, jasmine, freesia, mango, and benzoin. I smelled this for the first time at the launch party they had in Miami a couple weeks ago with Emily Radikowski. I think that's how you say her name. She was there for maybe 5 minutes. She kind of popped in, took a few pictures, and left. But I was able to try this fragrance, and it smells so tropical, so beautiful. I completely understand why they wanted to have a launch party in Miami because this is just summer in a bottle. The coconut milk and mango are very present initially. The freesia, the tiger lily, I mean, I'm not sure I really know what tiger lily smells like, but I imagine it smells really tropical, and this is a very tropical fragrance. If you love a fruity floral with coconut, I think you will love this version. As much as it is very different from the original Flower Bomb, I would still put it in the same category as a Valentino Born in Roma Intense or Alien Goddess Eau de Parfum. The ones that smell a little bit like coconut and vanilla. Not that they all smell the same, but you know, they have that similar DNA. It's definitely a crowd pleaser designer fragrance. It's meant to have mass appeal. Most people are going to really like it. You might not love it, want to wear it every single day, but yeah, it's a really nice fragrance. Maybe doesn't have that unique wow factor, but maybe that's not what you are going for. I really love the coconut milk. I love the mango. I think this is even better than the original Flower Bomb. I like this better than Ruby Orchid, which I really liked. It's incredible for summertime. And finally, another designer flanker. This is the new Valentino Donna Born in Roma Green Stravaganza. It has keynotes of Lapsang Souchong tea, jasmine, and vanilla. I really like Valentino Born in Roma Intense, but I'm not a huge fan of green fragrances, and that was my initial impression of this flanker was that, oh, you know, it's hard for me to get excited about flankers as it is, but if it's green, and it even has green in the name, Green Stravaganza, this just isn't going to be right for me. I was thinking it was going to be something like My Way Floral, where it has something sharp green, maybe some bitter notes in there. That is not what this fragrance is at all. It has tea, and it really does smell like tea and vanilla. The tea gives it a really bright, somewhat earthy, but definitely unique quality. And even though it is a designer fragrance and it's, you know, a Valentino fragrance, I think this smells really special. It is not what I expected it to be at all, and it's one of my favorite tea fragrances. It reminds me a little bit of Matcha Meditation from Replica, but that fragrance is maybe a little bit too earthy. I think they tried too hard to balance out the white chocolate that they ended up going in the other direction. It also reminds me a little bit of Killian Princess that has green tea, ginger, and vanilla. I believe those are the notes. It's stunning. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's definitely going to be a crowd pleaser. It has mass appeal. It's not even green tea, so I'm kind of thrown as to why it's called Green Stravaganza and why the juice is green, because that to me says green tea, but it's actually a black tea. So it's a pretty powerful tea note. If you like tea and vanilla, I think you will love this. Blew me away. Love at first sniff. I've had this for a couple days now, and I have worn it several times. I was also really impressed by the longevity and the projection of this fragrance. To me, this is one of the longer lasting designer perfumes. It's so pretty. It definitely has almost a citrusy burst. It's as if you have a cup of black tea with maybe a squeeze of lemon. Maybe that's where the green comes in. I'm not sure. It smells vibrant. It smells like sunshine. It smells very happy. Just pleasant. A garden party. It reminds me of getting dressed up in a very pretty floral dress and going out for a garden party type of day. Brunch, just a girl's day out shopping, day out when you just want to feel really pretty. I love it. And that completes today's fragrance haul. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you liked hearing my thoughts on these new releases. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. I love hearing from you. You have incredible taste in fragrances. So if you've tried anything really amazing or if there's anything that you recommend, definitely drop me a comment. We will keep the conversation going there. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be listed down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.